Hi, my name is Jennifer Mahin, and I'm here to apply for the UCSF Initiative. So, here's some things about me. I grew up in San Diego, California, and my family consists of my mom and my dad and my little brother, who is now a senior in high school. I am half German Irish, which is my dad's side, and I am also half Filipino, which is my mom's side. And the majority of my mom's family lives up here in the Bay Area, in Concord area, and the majority of her family also lives in the Philippines. Coming from a very large and diverse Filipino family, I definitely have known from an early age the cultural differences that are present between families that have grown up in the U.S. compared to other families that have grown up in other countries. In terms of healthcare, I have seen how language barriers can make it difficult to give patients the proper care that they need. Through watching my mother take care of her mother a few years back, it was evident that the lack of communication due to my grandmother's stroke and later diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease made it much more difficult to facilitate to her needs. Being pre-exposed to that at an early age has allowed me to better be prepared for the cultural barriers that will stand in the clinical setting. For example, last semester I worked at Jewish Home, and working with many patients that were suffering from dementia and Alzheimer's disease, it was like taking care of my deceased grandmother. In terms of the future, I'm planning on traveling into the Philippines this summer to visit my family, and I also plan on job shadowing my cousin, who is currently a nurse practitioner, and watching her help out patients in the Philippines. One of the main reasons why I want to apply to the UCSF initiative is because I know that they have an outstanding orthopedic trauma center. I'm coming from an athletic background where I was a Taekwondo second degree black belt, and I also participated in water polo and swim year round in high school. I have been exposed to many different types of musculoskeletal injuries. Not any personal injuries on myself, but I have seen teammates and other friends deal with these types of injuries. I believe that this interest to work in trauma stems from when I saved a life after my California state lifeguarding training in Huntington Beach of June 2012. Long story short, the day I graduated from training, I was on the South Jetty with my friends, and I noticed someone drowning near the rocks. Without hesitation, I immediately jumped in and got to the victim, who was a bit disoriented at first, and I maintained an airway by keeping their chin up and just keeping them calm during the situation. Paramedics then arrived a few minutes after, and I helped the victim get back to shore. This act under pressure was surprisingly something I felt a lot of confidence in myself, and I was able to act quickly and put the victim back to safety. I believe that this is a very important characteristic for a nurse to have because they need to be able to act quickly when a patient's status changes drastically, and they need to think objectively on what's most important in a given situation. Through all my life experiences, especially with lifeguarding, it has taught me that professionalism is key for maintaining respect between nurses and their patients. Secondly, always doing the right and honest thing within the clinical setting. So, with my experience of going in and saving the victim without hesitation was something I felt was the right thing to do, even though I had just graduated and was not on duty. I felt like going in and saving that person was an honest choice on my part. So third, coming in from a diverse background, as a nurse, I will always want to embrace patients' cultural backgrounds because that will maintain a trusting relationship between myself and the patient. And lastly, my life experiences have taught me to strive for excellence and always do the best of my ability. I believe the most important characteristics of nurses are that they are constantly learning and always wanting to become more knowledgeable and stay current. Also, a sense of teamwork in the clinical setting and building relationships is a key to provide the best care. All in all, I love San Diego and it would always be my home, but also having family in the Bay Area, I've dreamed of working up here, especially in San Francisco. So thank you again for this wonderful opportunity.